The Troy Show, episode 18, January 15, 2021, take one.
Cheryl said, love it.
All right, guys, so if it looks a little bit different, it's because we had to pull everything in under the table because, of course, it's raining and it's cold. I feel uncomfortable being this close to Shanae, but luckily I don't smell like anything sweet, so I'm not in fear of getting eaten. Bear with us. We're going to go ahead and do our normal thing here, where we play a song just to let a few people join in, and then I'm going to get right to it, guys.
Have a good night.
Welcome to the Troy Show, it's time to fuck Shanae. I'll tell you what you need to know, I'll even tell you names. I am the person who can find whatever makes them scream. If they owe you money, honey, you better listen to me on the Troy Show. Welcome to the Troy Show, I'm gonna bring them to their knees. I'm thankful Shanae can't breed. Welcome to the Troy Show, live on Fridays. If you want your kids to bleed, just leave them with Shanae. Paul likes underage girls, he watches them creepily. If he doesn't like this song, he can come fight me on the Troy Show. Welcome to the Troy Show, feel my brutality. Paul smells like Vaseline. Welcome to the Troy Show, it's the best thing you'll see today. I hold men accountable for the crimes they will pay. Shanae hungers for what she sees, and she'll eat it eventually. They fucked over many people, but they shouldn't have fucked with me and the Troy Show. Welcome to the Troy Show, I'll have them on their knees. Now worship me. When I die, they'll never, ever forget me. Not me, not me, not me. You know what you are? You're on the Troy Show, fatty. I'm gonna expose all your lies. On the Troy Show. Welcome to the Troy Show. Now drop down to your Knees. This is the Troy Show. Welcome to the Troy Show. Feel my brutality on the Troy Show. Welcome to the Troy Show. Get down on your knees for the Troy Show. Welcome to the Troy Show. Watch me bring you to your. I'm gonna bring you down. Huh. Oh shit.
That was different.
Yeah.
I think you need to do
It actually worked really well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you need to do that every week. That's funny.
Oh shit, that's funny. These things are so hard to do and keep a straight face when I'm in there recording them.
Now this chair's wet.
Huh?
Now the chair's wet.
Chair's what?
It's fine. It's because I moved it back.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Mom
Everybody
said
good?
awesome.
Who?
My mom.
Thank you. Crap.
It's rainy and cold, Mom, so we won't try not to keep you up too late tonight.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna keep this one long. Plus we are short staffed tonight. And then even lost another important staffer last minute, called into another duty.
Chris King said having a few shots, eh?
But where you at, bro? We're over here drinking by ourselves. Where you at? Come on over. There's plenty of it. We got the Crown. We got that stuff. I even got some of that peanut butter whiskey that you gave me left. Not much, but there's some. So what did y'all think about Welcome to the Troy Show? That was a hard one to do, man. Axl Rose, he sings quick. Holy crap.
Loved it.
Thank you. Thank you. So, how's it going, TED Talks? Thanks for joining us. You should stick around because I got 2 more good songs that involve you, and then, or 1 more good song that involves you, and then 1 that involves your daughter.
Angie said she's confused. What are you confused about, Angie? Vertical and moving on the green side of the grass. Gene? Oh, he's good. He's vertical and moving above ground. That's what he
Gene?
said. Yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
Oh, and Angie is confused. Because you said, how are y'all? And Angie's confused, and Gene is vertical and moving. Okay, I got it.
So Angie's
I was
confused,
a little slow.
and Gene's above the green grass and vertical.
And I'm slow.
Every time, from 1998 to 2000 and I think 18 was the last time I saw him, something like that. But every single time that I saw David Allan Coe, he'd always tell me, I'm above the grass and walking, it's a good day. All right? So, yeah. People.
Oh, she said, all I keep seeing is he taking shots.
Who said that?
Angie.
Come on, Angie. Come on over. We got plenty. All right, people. So
Oh, the screen was looping with Troy doing shot after shot after shot.
it was?
Wow.
That's a third dimensional Troy. He's pretty happy right now.
I guess so.
That was not live. We don't know what happened with that.
All right. I can do that if you want me to, though. I have a pretty high tolerance. Bear with me. I'm trying to stage something here. Towards the end of this episode, I have a very special message for Shanae. At the end of that message for Shanae, there's a brief little message for her mom, her dad, and all of the dipshit parents who are still enrolled at the dance company, minus a couple that they know they're excused from my remarks.
Angie, maybe try resetting it.
Hurry up, Angie. You don't wanna miss this.
Go game.
So, have you people heard that Disney, Walt Disney World, California and Florida has permanently killed the annual pass holder program? No more annual passes for Disney. Yeah. Just another permanent side effect of COVID-19, right?
I only saw Disneyland. I didn't see that.
No.
Disneyland did
It clearly states it. It's on WFLA. You go to their website, pull up the entire article, and you can read the AP News Press from Disney. And if you currently have one, it also says that you're going to be getting a refund if eligible. I don't know what the hell that means. If you paid, you should get your money back. Hold them accountable.
It's some people are on monthly payments. So
Got it.
So you mean they're canceling the ones that are already have them? I thought
Unless
that maybe
WFLA has the story completely wrong, that's my understanding of it. But hey, you know what? Listen, this is the Troy Show. Most of the shit we say here is dumb. So if anybody out there can clarify that story for us, go ahead and let us know. We are
my mom said
semi-interested.
Disneyland.
That's weird. That's weird.
I saw like Universal posted it on Facebook, and that one it said Disneyland, but
Huh. That is weird. Check out the WFLA post just to see. But either way, it's a bit ridiculous, a bit redonkulous. Here's another thing too. You know, heroes come in all shapes, sizes, genders, ethnicity, religions, everything, ages. But there's a story that I felt compelled to tell about a true life hero right here in Orlando, Florida. Did anybody hear this story about the female waitress? I believe it was called Mrs. Potato Heads, the restaurant, something like that. But a waitress noticed that an 11-year-old boy sitting at a table with his parents was not allowed to order any food. He was not allowed to have a meal. Then she noticed bruises on his arms and his face. And she slipped the boy a note that said, "Do you need help?" ? From that note, the boy responded back to her. The waitress called Orange County Sheriff, who now has taken the child out of a very, very abusive situation. And that child is hopefully on the path to a much better life. But surely it's got to be better than the situation he was in, right? So kudos to her. What a brave woman for doing that. People, when it comes to women and children and elderly people, you have to sometimes step up, and you have to do what's right, even though it might be scary. You have to step up. You have to do what's right. You know, I'm not saying create an entire Facebook show and make a complete ass out of yourself every Friday night, but step up and do something, right? So that is on that. Oh, also too, if you're not aware, earlier this week, Shanae suffered a concussion. From my understanding, it was pretty bad because she didn't go to the studio and do her job. Well, I don't know, actually, maybe it wasn't bad because she quite often doesn't go to the studio and do her job. But I heard it was pretty bad. And so, you know, in light of that, we're going to take it easy on Shanae tonight. We're going to give her a little bit of a pass. We're not going to make fun of her or talk or discuss the concussion, much less make fun of the concussion. Who the fuck am I lying to? Of course, we're going to make fun of the concussion, right? So, you know, I'm just, you know, between me and Shanae, I'm just not the bigger person. She is way fatter than I am. So, I am not. I'm going to pick this low-hanging fruit, and we are going to address the concussion later. I have two different stories from two different insiders close to her that told me they're kind of similar to one another. So maybe some details were left out, but we're going to share that with you. Also, I found out too that Shanae only has 4 solos done. Only 4. What month are we in? Anyone? January. Right? And there's only 4 solos done. And to top it off, one of them's an old solo, and the other one was done by somebody completely different than Shanae. That means she's only got one solo done and another one. 2. Right? That's crazy. Crazy. That's just fat ass crazy. I mean, flat out crazy.
Okay, as far as the passes, Gene says only Disneyland annual passports canceled. Guests who have the Premier passport will, with access to both Disneyland and Disney World, will receive a refund for the Disneyland portion as the pass is discontinued. I saw that it said that the Disney World passes, if you're a current pass holder, they won't get canceled, but they are not issuing any new ones.
I'm so glad I saved the screenshot that the person sent me, because I'm going to address that with the news agency that released it, because it clearly said both. But is it just a matter of time until these dominoes roll downhill and everything changes and this park shuts and that place shuts, whatever? I believe it is truly just a matter of time. And people, don't get me wrong, don't confuse me in the least little bit. It's not about COVID-19, right? You can go ahead and turn me off right now if you don't like what I'm saying. This is not about COVID-19. I'm not denying the existence of it, okay? I'm not denying the severity of it. But all of this, your muzzles, your shutdowns, your stay-at-homes, your pajamas on your couch, all that stuff is not about a virus. This is the United States of America, and we are stronger than that. Okay? This is about something else. This is about compliance. This is about obedience. This is about conditioning. And yes, I've got my tinfoil hat on underneath my do-rag. Deal with it, people. But we're not done. We're going to address that a little bit later on. In the meantime, let's move on right now. So, did I already tell you people today that I fucking hate Paul? Huh? I just want to make sure. It wasn't in my notes, but I thought it was important. So we'll go ahead and say that. Y'all remember when Susan sold her studio, opened up another studio, stole all the students from that studio, took all of their money for competition, closed the doors the next day, and fled with the money? You remember me telling you that story? Thought I'd throw that back in there too. Y'all remember that Susan has balls, Paul has no hair, and Shanae is, what's the word I'm looking for? Fat. Shanae's fat. People, on a serious note here, you sometimes you underestimate people and what they're willing to do.
Oh, Cheryl says so do I. I'm assuming she means hates Paul.
Thank you, Shanae. Oh my God,
Oh.
Jesus Christ! I didn't mean that. It was a Freudian slip, but I was looking at the word on the screen when it happened. I really didn't think Paul would come by again, but he did. He came by today. We were out here and we were practicing for the Troy Show, doing a little bit of rehearsal. And I say that for a reason, because we don't normally do rehearsals. We don't normally practice, and we don't normally have the cameras rolling. So it was beyond fortuitous that we did have the cameras rolling, because it actually picked up the exchange, and we have that audio tape now. And so I'm going to play that audio tape of Paul Mendance showing up today at the set of the Troy Show. And I'm gonna forewarn you people. It's very bad. It is very bad. So viewer discretion advised. This is not for the faint of heart. It is for the tone deaf.
Where is that fat bastard Troy at? Troy, where are you?
What, Paul? What do you want?
I heard you wanted to fight me, so I'm here on the set of the Troy Show to fight you. Are you ready?
Yes. Thank you, baby Jesus. Absolutely. Let's do this right now. Come on.
No, wait. First off, I brought music for us to fight by, okay, so I have to play the music. So I brought it on a floppy disk and a VHS tape. Which one does your audio system support?
Neither one, Paul. It's all done digitally now. But
All you gotta do is type it in right here. What do you want? You want like Five Finger Death Punch, Metallica, something like that? No. It's from a musical called Paulie Get Your Gun. No. It's Annie Get Your Gun. But anyways, no, it's a musical. We're gonna fist fight to a musical? Fist fight? No, I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna fist fight you. Look at you. But we are gonna have a singing battle. It's gonna be brutal because I'm a much better singer than you. Paul, I was at the wedding. I heard the recording of you singing Butterfly Kisses, all right? You sound like a donkey got its dick caught in a car door, all right? You don't sing better than me. That's ridiculous. And you know what? You crossed the line. Now you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. All right? You're gonna sing and you're gonna pay. Now you go first. Follow your cues. Don't embarrass us either, okay? Come on now. Do this right. Here we go. Oh, Paul. I don't want to do this, but whatever. Anything Sue can do, Tracy can do better. She can do anything better than Sue. No, she can't. Yes, she can. No, she can't. Yes, she can. Yes, she can. Anything Trace can do, Sue can do better. Sue can do anything better, it's true. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay, like what? Well, Susan looks like a man without trying. She looks like a man and you know that it's true. Okay, Paul. Yes, Susan does look like a man and Tracy doesn't. But I don't think you grasp the point of this song. That's nothing to brag about. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Okay, well, how about this? Sue can give birth to kids that are fat and real ugly. Just look at Shanae and you know that it's true. Again, Paul, that's something you shouldn't be bragging about. What the hell is wrong with you? Yes, it is. No, fucktard, it's not. Okay, well, how about this one then? Susan can clap with her balls real loudly. I bet she can clap with her balls louder than Tracy can do. Paul, you dipshit. You shouldn't be bragging about that either. And of course, she can clap her balls louder than Tracy because Tracy doesn't have testicles, Paul. Women aren't supposed to have testicles. Yes, they are. I can't do this with you. You're an idiot. Yes, I am. For fuck's sake, Paul, I'm out of here. Wait. How about our daughters? Mine can do anything better, it's true. Just look at how many kids she has abused. It's way more than just a few. Damn it, Paul. Are you having a stroke? Abusing kids is nothing to be bragging about, asshole. I'm out of here. Wait. What about me and you? I can do anything better than you. Okay, Paul, I'll bite. What can you do better than I can do? Well, let me tell you. I can steal from my job without even trying. Steal from my job and never get caught. Never get caught until I told you. I can blow air horns and drive away real fast too. No, not today, Paul. I'm not doing this, okay? I'm out of here. Wait. I feel like I deserve one more chance. What about me and your son? I can be shorter than your 14-year-old son can. Just look at me, I'm only 5'2". And what about me and Jeffrey Epstein? I can watch TikTok better than he. I can sleep with minors and not go to prison. 'Cause up in Rhode Island, that's just what we do. You know what, Paul? I'm just gonna kick your ass. Fuck it. I'm not. You better not touch me, Troy. I mean it. I'm so serious. Get over here, Paul, right now. Take your ass with Troy. Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me, Troy. Somebody call the cops. Susan, call the cops. Stop playing with your sweaty balls.
Oh man, I'm telling people, can you believe that shit happened today? It was quite embarrassing right here. I cannot believe it.
Oh my God. You are so
Stupid. Oh shit. Yeah. What an asshole to come here and challenge me to a sing-off. Good grief. But legitimately, people, if you people weren't at the wedding when they played that, I was like crawling under my table, because see, when I sing here, I know that I sound like shit, and it's supposed to be that way, and it's supposed to be funny. But he thought he sung good, and I'm like, holy shit, man, this is freaking embarrassing. I'm like, butterfly kisses. But I guess that's what happens when your wife pounds it to you every night with her big sweaty balls, right? That's horrible, right? I love it. I love it a little too much, to be honest with you. I do.
Cheryl said that was hysterical.
Thank you.
It was very funny.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so we got a message for Shanae here in a little bit. But, you know, people, it's funny because when Shanae got a concussion, first thing she did was get rushed to the hospital and all that stuff, as if the world was ending, right? But when these children get hurt, she evaluates the situation to see if it's a deadly situation or even the degree of deadliness, right? If it's under, say, like 80% mortality possibility, she's not going to take them, because, you know, it just happens all the time with her. Look at how many times that they went to the ER just in an 11-month period. I mean, holy shit, it was ridiculous. And then we have a toe amputated and stitches in the head, and you know, this is, you know, she fell down the stairs. Her fat ass fell on one of the kids. She dropped another one, and she's the only one that got medical attention. I don't understand why. It's all about that paycheck, all about that green, right? All about that green.
Cheryl said, takes a lot of talent to be able to do that,
Thank you.
what you did. And then she said he really sang at the wedding.
No, it was an audio tape that he had recorded of butterfly kisses, and it's a subject of great debate between Tracy and I, because she's a loving and caring person, and she's a forgiving person, and me, I am just fucking Lucifer. And so, but eventually I'll win said argument, and I will do a parody on butterfly kisses.
Good always overcomes evil.
Singing it as Paul.
Remember, I'm in charge of the camera.
I can do something like, Shanae, your kisses taste like peanut butter and chocolate kisses at night. You know, something like that. I'll think of something clever, because I'm pretty fucking smart. So, again, people, hashtag no season 10. I want to address that real quick. We are completely at the mercy of law enforcement and prosecutors as to how quickly they get this done. I have a gut feeling that the courts, the judicial system, police, military, all of that stuff, DAs, Department of Justice, all of that shit, I have a feeling that they're about to be overwhelmed with cases. And so something like this, unfortunately, might get pushed back to the back burner, but I'm going to stay on it, and I've got phone numbers I can call. Trust me on that, I do, right? But money is not going to shut them now. And I'll tell you why. So last Friday, we went over how much they made off of those kids, the kids that don't belong to them, just from the stimulus checks we've already received. Right now, you've got another round of $1,400 coming, You got a child tax credit that was written into that act, which is going to give monthly payments per each child. I believe it's $300 for a kid under 6 and $250 for a kid 6 to 17. I mean, these motherfuckers are about to rake in the dough. Money's not going to be an issue for them at all, thanks to your tax dollars, and thanks to Shanae's ovaries being dried up. Right? They're about to rake in the money. Right? So, should I question God and say, why did you dry up her ovaries now? Because now your bitch is going to make a lot of money. No, I'm not going to question him. He dried them up for a reason, and we all know why. Nobody wants a nasty-ass little Shanae and Adam half troglodyte running around. But money won't shut them down, not at least for the next 2 years, because that money is going to keep rolling in from the stimulus. And so we have to push. So people, if you're watching this show right now and you believe in protecting these kids, if you believe in everything that we're doing on this show, and you don't want to see this drag on any further, start calling these agencies and questioning them. You have the right to ask questions. They may not answer them, but by you calling it, they know that somebody is interested in the outcome of it, and they're paying close attention. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Congressman Daniel Webster to put in a congressional interest on this, so that he will watch, and when they know that he's watching, it actually lights a little bit of a fire under their scrotum, pushes them forward, right? So we're not giving up on hashtag season 10.
No season 10.
Hashtag no season 10. We're not giving up on that right now, or ever, right? And I'm never going to stop this mission. I'm never going to stop this dumbass show. I'm never going to stop my dumbass parody songs. I'm never going to stop pissing people off. I'm going to stay on this until I have secured the safety of these children. And that's it. That's the bottom line. And I don't care what anybody thinks of it. I don't. So, if you're a praying person, a praying man, a praying woman, give some prayers out that these children be removed from this hazardous, toxic environment, from these hazardous, toxic people known as Mendenses and Sellies. Now listen, by the way, to the two Mendenses that I am communicating with right now, I don't talk to you. I'm not putting you in that same category as the Mendens, okay? Because you've made it crystal clear to me that you are not in that same category, all right? And you will forever be my allies, right? So, with that being said, the rest of you can suck it, right? So, let's move on real quick, because we're trying to... How many minutes are we into this?
40.
40 minutes. Man, an hour is just not enough time for me to talk. It's not. I mean, I don't want to rob people of this. But we're going to speed it up a little bit. There were a couple of things I wanted to hit on outside of our normal Troy Show situation. So I'm going to hit those things real quick, very briefly, very, very briefly, because trust me, if I went over this in its totality, we would be done with this. Huh?
Said we'd be here till next week.
Next week, next year. All right. So I'm going to hit this briefly, and it's mainly out of care and concern for my fellow Americans. It has nothing to do with a partisan situation. You'll see. But as soon as I'm done with that, we're going to go back. We're going to address our normal situation again briefly, and then we're going to play our message to Shanae with the short message to her mom, her dad, and all the current dance parents at the studio as soon as we're done with this, right? So I want to start by saying, this. I've quoted this before. This is not a real Bible quote. This was actually something written by Quentin Tarantino for the movie Pulp Fiction, specifically for Samuel Jackson's role. But it's one of my absolute favorite all-time movies. That and Reservoir Dogs. But it was even Tarantino will tell you that he used certain other Bible verses and made this together. And I think that it's hopefully, even though this isn't a Bible quote, I hope that the words tell you why it is I'm about to discuss the things I'm about to discuss. So from Pulp Fiction, this is Ezekiel 25:17, and it says the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities and the tyranny of evil and selfish men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. Right? It's pretty deep stuff. Thank you. From Tarantino. For many years I thought it was a real Bible verse. But it's not. But it does mean something to me. Right? What does it mean? Well, you have from my eyes and my brain to a person, I have one of two options. I either completely love you and care about you, even if I just met you, or I hate your ass. I only hate you if I have a very good reason to hate you, which means I didn't just meet you. So for all of my other fellow Americans, fellow humans, I'm very concerned about you. I'm not concerned about the ones that I don't like, the ones that actually deserve this type of situation. But those people are actually the ones who are causing this situation and or provoking this situation, right? So, I'm about to say a few things, and some people might get shocked, some may not, because most of you know that I am a registered Republican. Most of you know that I have worked for not one, but 2 U.S. congressmen, 1 U.S. senator, 2 state senators, and the list goes on. What you don't know is, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. I wasn't a fan of Donald Trump and the 30-second role he played in Home Alone or to his show You're Fired. But I always respected the office of the Commander-in-Chief of the United States. I no longer consider myself a pure Republican. I'm a registered Republican because I like to vote in the primaries. The vast majority of my political beliefs lean towards the right. But a large number of them lean towards the left. Do I consider myself a Democrat? I do not. What do you consider yourself, Troy? I consider myself a constitutional patriot. Why a constitutional patriot instead of just a patriot? Well, a patriot is all fine and good. But I don't just grab a flag and grab a gun and go running down the street going, yee-haw! Right? I've actually taken the time to educate myself on the Constitution and U.S. laws. All right? It is black and white, no gray. And people, you have been played. I don't care if you're on the left. I don't care if you're on the right. Let's leave Donald J. Trump out of this. Let's leave Nancy Pelosi out of this. Let's leave Chuck Schumer out of this. Let's leave Mitch McConnell out of this. Let's leave Mike Pence out of this. Let's leave Kamala Harris and Joe Biden out of this. You have been played. You have been played. Some of my leftist friends got such joy out of the @real Donald Trump account being killed. But I didn't. Now I'm not here to tell you that he didn't tweet some dumb shit over the last 4 years. We all know it. Even the most hardcore Trump Republican supporter will say, yeah, he's tweeted some dumb shit. But you know what? You didn't have to look at it. You didn't have to read it. You didn't have to follow him. I followed him out of morbid curiosity because I cringed every time I saw something come out because I was like, oh my God, what's this going to make America look like, right? But when the man's Facebook account and Twitter account was suspended, I get it. They're private companies. I don't want to debate that with you. I understand that. They're private companies, just like Fox News and CNN. Okay, they're all private companies, just like the New York Times and the Dallas Morning News, the Miami Herald, right? But I'm going to tell you something. When a company calls themselves a media company and they hire what is effectively totalitarian propagandists to post things for them and their beliefs, in my opinion, they then become subject to the First Amendment. So if they're going to post their opinion on that same site that we use, even though they're a private company, but then they're going to censor people that have a different opinion, then even though the Supreme Court is not going to see it, in my eyes, the Supreme Court's going to look at it as a constitutional issue, and they're going to say, no, they had every legal right to do it. I don't see it that way. Censorship is censorship. And if we allow it to start here, by this time next year, it'll be here. Imagine if you were a fan of a certain type of snack food, and tomorrow you went into Walmart, a privately owned company, and you went to the shelf and you saw it was empty and the shelf had been replaced with something different, maybe celery. And you went and asked the manager, said, what's going on? I don't know, I got this memo from corporate. And you contact corporate, and they said, I don't know, I got this memo from the owner. And you call the owner, and the owner says, well, listen, now, I think that particular type of snack food, a Little Debbie, a cupcake, whatever, a birthday cake, an ice cream cake, anything. If he says, I believe that particular type of junk food or snack food is detrimental to the health of the consumers and the American people, and so I'm not going to give them the option to buy it anymore. Instead, I'm going to sell something that I like in its place. Would you be okay with that, or would you stop going to Walmart? You'd stop going to Walmart. But what happens if the owner of Walmart and Target and Publix and Winn-Dixie and Eckerd's and Kroger and Safeway, and they all got together and they said, we all have the same beliefs as the owner of Walmart, and we're all going to remove that from the shelf? Would you then be okay with that? Are you going to sit here? Are you going to sit idly by and watch our rights be slowly stripped from us until we have become a totalitarian dictatorship no different than Hugo Chavez, Kim Jong-un, Xi Jinping? Are you going to stand up and speak out? Are you going to speak up? Are you going to do something? It doesn't have to be violent. It doesn't have to be a revolt. Say something. Do something. Tell the person on the right that you don't agree with them because you're on the left, but they have every right to have their own opinion. Tell the person on the left you don't agree with them because you're on the right, but they have the right to have a different opinion. That's what makes us a great democracy. This republic that we live in. The Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the amendments. When are we going to stop? Is Mark Zuckerberg a bad guy? No, he's not. He's not. I'm sure he's not to him and his circle, his people, and the people that are like-minded about him. I've never met him. But I'll give you my opinion of him based off of his looks and his speeches that I've heard. He is a weak, meek, pale, scaredy cat. He probably was a dork, a nerd in high school. He probably got more than 1 or 2 atomic wedgies. And he probably fears people like the Donald Trump supporters. And he probably fears them so bad that he is willing to abuse his power that he has gained through social media in the United States to strip people of their God-given right to give their own opinion and to disagree with somebody. Fear. Fear. I personally believe that Adolf Hitler and Klaus Barbie were fearful of the Jews. Something different. They didn't understand it. How'd that work out? Are you going to sit idly by until the bus pulls up in your house and says, hop on if you need some food? Are you? I'm not.
Cheryl says he was posting as the President of the United States. That's different than an average citizen's. That's where the difference comes into play. The President has to be held to a higher standard, and they allowed him to go on for 4 years until January 6th went too far.
Actually,
She says, not sure if you want to hear my opinion, but I feel very strongly about this.
You asked for a level-headed person to debate this, and I believe I've found one, a level-headed Trump supporter, and we will do that in the future. But remember, at the beginning of this, I said we're going to remove bipartisan or partisan politics from this, okay? But just to clarify it, the @real Donald Trump that was suspended first on Twitter has absolutely nothing to do with the @POTUS account. As a matter of fact, the @real Donald Trump had over 58,000 tweets, and it started back during the TV show, the television show @Donald Trump. Now, I get it. He was the acting president at the time of using that account, but it was his personal account. As a matter of fact, @POTUS and @the White House is still an active account. We know this because he tweeted from both of them this week, right? But let's remove Donald Trump from it, right? Let's remove Donald Trump from it. What about McCarthy's account? What about oh my God, I can't think of his name, but anyways, multiple accounts have been suspended this week, and groups such as Biden's Not My President that was started and 2 days later had almost 2.8 million followers was deleted from Facebook, right? But it's okay for Kathy Griffin to hold up an animated amputated head of Donald Trump, right? That's okay, right? But God forbid a Trump person hold up an animated head, severed head of Joe Biden. That wouldn't be okay. As a matter of fact, that would then become insurrection, would it not? Right? Now, listen, I'm not trying to argue politics. I'm not trying to argue partisan politics. I'm not. I am not a fan of Donald John Trump. By the way, his middle name is John. I think that's weird. But I'm also not a huge super supporter of Joe Biden, and who I voted for is neither here nor there. I do think it would shock quite a large number of people. What I'm looking for is to get past the hypocrisy of partisan politics, and I want people to look at this from an American point of view, right? I saw this the other day. I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there because I think, Cheryl, that this is a good point. This is a good point. You have a great point. We're going to discuss that later on. But this was a quote put up by someone on Facebook the other day, and I love it. It says, when you tear out a man's tongue, you are not proving him a liar. You are only telling the world that you fear what he might say. Right? It's no different than what Paul and Susan and Shanae and all of those people over there have done to me by lying to get me suspended in Facebook. I still have 5 days in Facebook jail remaining out of 30 days. Right? When they lied and said Susan was a minor, and that's how they got me suspended. They didn't fear. They weren't proving me a liar. They're afraid of what I have to say, and they're trying to stop me, try to shut me down. They're trying to cut my tongue out and silence me. They can disagree with me all day long. They have the same venue, the same platform. They could start their own show called the Sue's Got Balls Show or the Polly the Midget Show, whatever they want to call it. But instead of taking the energy and effort required to do that, to get their message out, no, they'd rather silence me and remove my tongue. I do not agree with a lot of the policies of the current commander-in-chief or his cabinet. Some of them, I think, are decent policies. Some of them not so much, especially some of the foreign policies. But again, we're not going to get into that. What we're talking about right now is having the maturity and the intelligence level that is required to live your life by the piece of paper that granted you the freedom to watch this show tonight. A 200-year-old document on parchment that is considered the most valuable thing on this terra firma that we call the United States of America. Right? And silencing someone is not the way to do it, whether it's the sitting commander-in-chief on his non-official private account or General Flynn. And I wouldn't appreciate it if the Republicans did it to the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. Or the President-elect, Joe Biden. I wouldn't appreciate it because I'm a constitutional patriot. And in that line, constitutional patriot is not written party anywhere. Not Republican, not Democrat. It's constitutional patriot, meaning I follow the laws that was written that established us the rights to begin with. They're unalienable. Unalienable. It means you cannot give them away and you cannot have them taken away. Well, with all that being said, my fear is that we're heading down a road of violence that we need to do our best to divert from. I don't know that we can. I don't know. It might be too late. But think about this, people, before you go to sleep tonight. There are 25,000 armed U.S. Army National Guard reservemen and women protecting the U.S. Capitol building right now in Washington, D.C., in our capital. Right? Do you really care which side started that? Do you really care which side they're there to stop? Do you really care why? Shouldn't you just care that they're there and they shouldn't have to be in that position right now? But we as a people have become so divided, so one-minded, so single-tracked that we're unwilling to even have a conversation with someone who has different views than us? What about the fact that just moments before this show started tonight, I found out that our governor, Ron DeSantis, has called up and activated the Florida National Guard, not for deployment to Washington, D.C. We already did that. As a matter of fact, 2 units from Lake County were dispatched already to D.C. No. This is for us, here, in our state, in our little peninsula that hangs out over the water, like a dingleberry from Shanae hanging over the toilet. Right? The Florida National Guard. Some of your brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, nephews, uncles, mothers, father, brother, sister, all neighbors, whatever. You might go into your grocery store tomorrow and go up thinking you're going to see your favorite cashier and be like, where is John? John got deployed. Wow. Well, thank you, John, for protecting us. Thank you. But where do we call the line? You would be hard-pressed to find a family that's at least a 2-generation American family. You'd be hard-pressed to find a single family in this United States of America that does not have at least one member of their family linked to the armed forces at some point in time or another. You would be hard-pressed to find it. Was it their great-great-great-great-grandpappy? Or was it their 18-year-old daughter? Are we really going to sit here and say that their sacrifices, my grandfather's vision from an enemy plane hitting his boat, lost? Are we going to sit here and are we going to say that the sacrifices of children, brothers, fathers, sisters, daughters, not being home on Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, birthdays, are we going to sit here and say that their sacrifice is not worth at least attempting to save? Let go of your partisan feelings right now. We're past that point. The election's over. Move on. Try to heal. Get past it. This is not the time for revenge in our own country. We have greater problems. We have foreign problems. We even have domestic problems that come from foreign adversaries. This is not the time. But it may be too late. And if it is too late, I pray for all of you. I pray for my family and myself and everyone. And I hope you all join me in the same thing. And if you took nothing from this tonight, I hope you took this from it. When you're in your coffin and the people are walking by, not one of them is going to stop and say, he was a Republican, or he was a Democrat. They don't care at that point. Don't know what else to say. I hope it's not too late. The 20th could be a very volatile time in our history, so could the 21st. This is a long-standing mission for the National Guard. I don't know what long-standing means exactly, but I've been told that it constitutes more than a few weeks. Let's hope that nothing happens and that they just aren't needed, right? Operation Pizza happened today in Washington, D.C. If you don't know about that, it started out with 150 pizzas sent to the Capitol building for the troops. Very quickly, it got word spread around, and everybody realized that 150 pizzas was not nearly enough to feed 25,000 troops. The military feeds their people. These people weren't starving in the least little bit. But holy shit, when word got around, pizzas started pouring in, and these men and these women got some comfort food while they're sleeping on the cold marble floors of the U.S. Capitol. The same Capitol that was breached and defiled this week. The same marble floors that have the blood of a veteran, female veteran, on it. Doesn't matter if she was right or wrong. Doesn't matter if the officer that fired his weapon was right or wrong. Someone's burying someone this week. Let's hope we don't have to bury him anymore. Right. All right. Well, that's the end of my rambling. So, I love you all. There's a time and a place to debate policies, politics, parties. I just fear that right now we're in a critical time and position in the United States where we need not debate those things. Instead, debate humanity. Right? But we may be too late. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, wait a minute. No? Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, back to when you said about that Kathy Griffin. She said she posted one time, we don't know what would happen. I can't stand her, but she lost a lot after that post. And she said, I see what you're saying, but something drastic has to be done. He has brought out the worst in this country. I think he's a cult leader, and any cult leader should be silenced when they are inciting people to kill, which is what he did. Because of what Trump did to incite his supporters, I think that was in regards to the National Guard being there. I don't have an issue with different opinions than mine, but I do have an issue when someone is trying to take our democracy away. He wanted to be a dictator and needed to be stopped, at least to some extent, and Twitter did that in a small way. Also, can't let it go because that will allow future politicians to think they are above the law. It has to stop. But this is what happens when you let someone like Donald Trump get away with what he did and say what he did for 4 years with no repercussions. She was wrong, and it does matter. That's about the lady, I'm assuming, that got killed in the Capitol thing. And she says, sorry, but this is something that I am very concerned about, as you are. Donald Trump to away the humanity.
Yeah. So.
And your mom says, see how nice I've been.
So. Because I am not a hypocrite. Because hypocrisy is not something that has ever been in my actions or my vocabulary. Because I truly mean what I say when I say I am a constitutional patriot. Because when I tell you people at night that I love you, I truly mean it. If I tell you I hate you, I truly mean it. And because I am who I am, and I respect everyone's opinion, and I can see everyone's opinion, and I can appreciate everyone's opinion, and I can find truth in everyone's opinion, I can also find misconceptions in some. But you have your rights to your opinion. You all do. And I love you all for sharing them. And I'm not going to get angry. I will never get angry at anyone for sharing their opinion. Because hell, that's what we stand for. The United States of America, the red, white, and blue flag. Whether it's the 1776 Betsy Ross flag or the current flag that flies over the White House right now. It means something. I'm begging you, if I only reach one person, if I only reach one person, and your intent was to cause harm, chaos, or disruption or destruction, on or before the 20th of this month, go home and spend time with your family. Please. Don't let us lose our country from within. A house divided cannot stand. Go home. Buy a board game. Sit down with your family and your friends and play a game. There's a time and a place for violence, and this is not it. We stand on the threshold of possibly losing the greatest country known to man. But just because we're the greatest country known to man doesn't mean that we can't fall. Every great nation, every great kingdom has fallen. They've fallen at some point in history. Don't think it can't happen to us. And together as a country, Democrats and Republicans, we have no enemy greater than us. No one can destroy us. No one can bring us down. But divided, we are our own worst enemy, and we can absolutely flatten this place. Go home. Let the 25,000 Army National Reserve men and women stand in the freezing cold in peace with their rifles and their MREs for as little as they have to, so they can return home to their jobs, to their families, to their pets, to their neighbors, to their friends. Hell, maybe even to watch the Troy Show. Stand down. Both sides, stand down. Handle this properly through the courts. And if the courts won't hear it, then use the greatest power that you have by birth or by oath. And that's your vote. Keep voting. Keep voting. If you don't like the fact that the Democrats have control of all three branches of our government, vote. Got some votes coming up? Vote. Violence right now is not the best path. It may not be what most people that feel wronged want. Most people that feel wronged want some violent revenge. But think about the people that will be caught up in the middle of it. Just go home. Go home. All right, people, we are going to move on. So, I do have a funny story to tell before we give our message to Shanae. Does anybody want to take a break from this crap and hear a funny story?
Yes.
All right. So, I love the 12-gauge shotgun platform. I have them in registered federal super shorties, all the way up to full length, semi-automatic pump, everything. I love the 12-gauge platform. It's my favorite round. Well, I picked up a shotgun the other day, semi-automatic. It holds 11 in the pipe, or in the tube, and one in the pipe. So it's 11 plus 12. It's a great gun, fun gun, runs real quick. Awesome gun. And I thought, I've got to go and at least try it out, right? But ammo is scarce right now. You can't really find it. And you can, it's overpriced. But I thought, screw it. I'm just going to go fire off a few rounds just to have a little bit of fun. So we did. And afterwards, I kind of regretted it because I'm like, man, I tapped into my reserve, whatever. So started looking for some ammo. Couldn't find anywhere. Called a buddy of mine. He's like, yeah, come on over to the shop. I'm going to hook you up. So I got out there and I bought several of these boxes of 25 here, right? So these are Winchester law enforcement ammunition, Ranger, 12 gauge high brass 2 3/4 inch low recoil double-aught buck 9 pellet frangible SF rounds. These are devastating rounds. This is a no thank you round, right? So I got it and I was like, crap, kind of expensive, $24.99 a box. But okay, I'll take some. And I got them home. I got to look at the box. And I'm like, wait a minute. Am I reading that right? And yes, I'm definitely reading that right. I have a question for Winchester. Who in the holy hell is running your promotions department? I don't know. But this is some goofy shit right here, right? Again, you're talking about 12 gauge, 3 1/4 inch low recoil, double-aught buck, 9 pellet, frangible rounds, but at least they are reduced hazard because they're non-toxic. No, shit you not. Right here. Non-toxic. Bro, you shot me. Don't worry. Don't panic. They're non-toxic. Oh, shit. I feel so much better. So much better. Who the hell told you to put that on the box? Non-toxic. They're SF frangible 9 pellet double-aught bucks. Who gives a shit at that point if they're non-toxic? I don't know. Non-toxic. Man, that's some stupid shit. Oh well, they're also fun rounds, so I don't regret the purchase. Anyways, let's move on. Do we have any more comments? Anybody wants to voice their opinion, speak out, say something?
Chris King just said California. Do you know why he said California?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, California. I'm going to be very careful because I know for a fact we've got 3 people watching who happen to be from California, right? They're Florida transplants from California. California is a weird bird, though, right? They have slowly and surely become the boiling lobsters in the pot. Because over time, they thought that it was safer to let their government control and rule them and make decisions from them, and they systematically surrendered their own God-given constitutional rights. Okay? You can own a gun in California. Again, I'm not a psychopath lunatic that's out there. I've had a concealed firearms permit for the last 20 some odd years. I've never once, knock on wood, even had to pull the damn thing out. But my permit is almost a near impossibility to get in California, right? This little thing right here. You're considered to be a danger, a threat. I don't mean no harm to no one with that. I'll throw some fists with somebody. That's not what that's for. That's for stopping a threat of physical violence and potential death upon somebody who cannot protect or defend themselves. But if I walked around with that in California, I'd be considered a criminal. The only thing to fear is fear itself, right? Well, any of you that know me, that truly, truly know me, know I mean no harm to you at all. Unless you hurt a child, a woman, one of my family members, a friend in my circle, a stranger, an animal, and then I'll fuck you up. But I'm not a criminal because of it, right? People, are you ready to sit back and stay locked in your homes for 3 months? California seemed to accept it just fine. I don't know what's best. I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. I wish I did. If I had something that I thought was a feasible solution to this problem, I'd throw it out there in hopes that someone would hear it and run with it. But I don't. But as a somewhat half-assed intelligent human being, I can look at some of the things that people are doing right now and I can say, those are not good ideas. I don't have anything to replace it with. But I can at least acknowledge the fact that it's not a good idea. Maybe let's not do that. Maybe let's get some smarter people together that aren't politicians. That aren't politicians. That aren't career politicians. That aren't the wealthy elite. That aren't the 1%, the controlling class. That aren't the bourgeoisie. And let's sit them down and say, what is a solution to this? Because I don't know. But at least I'm man enough to admit that I don't know. I saw a shirt the other day that said, don't New York my Florida.
What does that mean?
Well, I'm married to a New Yorker, and my in-laws are New Yorkers, and I love them all, and I respect them all, and it doesn't have anything to do with the people of New York. It has to do with the politicians and the political one-sided viewpoint of New York that this person was referring to. Now, would I go around wearing a shirt that would deliberately instigate and incite people and anger people that says, "Don't New York my Florida"? I would not. Why? Because I'm better than that. I also, if I were the commander-in-chief, I wouldn't have ever tweeted shit. But it doesn't have anything to do with me saying he shouldn't have tweeted this, or this. I simply think that the commander-in-chief should have more respect for the office and the seat to simply put down social media and not participate, right? I wonder how many tweets Vladimir Putin has sent out this year. I don't know. Now, that son of a bitch will ride shirtless on a white horse in the ocean, but I don't know if he's tweeting or not. Right? How about Xi Jinping of China? Much tweeting going on there? Don't know. Probably not. But I am not the president, am I? Nope. I wasn't born with that privilege to be in that elite mainstream go fish pile. The American presidency is a dream that was given to every American. The ability to run for president was an option and is an option for every American. Work hard, do your due diligence, campaign, raise money, run. But somewhere after Kennedy and his corpse were driven out of Dallas, we lost that. And now you have to be somebody to even be considered for it. What we need is a Sean Kirkpatrick to be the president. What we need is a Daniel Abarno, a Tom Grimes, a Brian Fuller. We need somebody who's not a career politician, somebody who is not born into the elite wealthy class. That's never going to happen. Do I feel we need some reform? Of course we do. Of course we do. Did I march in the George Floyd protest here in Claremont alongside Chief Charles Broadway? Of course I did. 100%. But it has nothing to do with systemic racism. It has to do with the fact that a man put his knee on another man's neck. You notice I didn't say black or white. A man put his knee on the neck of another man until he died. That's how I see life. If you know me, I don't see jealousy. I don't see rage. I do see rage, but I don't understand what causes other people to be enraged at someone simply for being. And I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally, or I love everybody equally. It has nothing to do with your skin color. Right? Right. So with all that being said, it's a deep, deep, scary time right now in the United States. If we can just move past it, let's move past it. If we can, let's do that. That's great. But if we can't, be prepared. Have something that you and your family can fall back on just in case. Just in case. Right? Keep praying. Do the best you can. Be nice. But don't get run over. Okay? What were you laughing at?
Chris King.
What did he say?
Troy Grimes for Prez 2024.
Oh, shit.
The same thing.
Nah. Because you know why I wouldn't run for president? I heard you can't smoke in the Oval Office. That's some bullshit. You tell me I can't even crack a window?
You don't smoke in our house.
Well, I know, but I'm not trying to run the country inside our house. Can you imagine me being president and not smoking inside my office? Not going to work out. I have to move the Oval Office to the Rose Garden. Right? Send in Putin!
I think you could do it, though.
I wouldn't want to. My foreign policy is going to get us in trouble.
No Troy Grimes for president.
How
Oh,
about
Chris says cigars are allowed, though.
That's nasty. You nasty. You nasty. Oh my God.
Just ask Clinton.
A taste of Monica. Oh my God. Is that a Monaco cigar? No, it's a Monaco cigar. A yaka yaka.
It's getting colder.
Well, anyway, we're not going to talk about her red, white, and blue dress. Oh, wait, it was just blue with a little bit of white.
Gross.
Ba-dum-bum. Any hoodles? Let's move on. Anybody else have anything to say?
Angie said, we and Angie King, the world would be a better place.
It would
I think
be,
she
wouldn't it?
wants to be president.
I think that's a
I would
good
vote
idea.
for you, Angie.
I would, too. I definitely would. Cheryl.
She
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, she said, I totally agree, someone like us.
Yeah, we do. We kind of got close with Ronald Reagan, kind of. But, you know, as much as I agreed with Reagan's policies, foreign and domestic policies, let's face it, he was part of that elite class. All right. Theodore Roosevelt, a very overlooked president. You know, I think he was a very good one too. What do we got?
It's blinding me. Is that okay?
I guess. Does it still look normal?
Yeah. I think it's shining on me more than it was shining on me.
Okay, people, if you have any other comments or anything you want to say to me, go ahead and type those out. Tracy's going to remember those for me. In the meantime, since we've been at this for a good 45 minutes already,
How about an hour and a half?
we're going to go ahead and play the message to Shanae. Anybody want to hear that?
Yay.
Control it, Brian.
My mom would vote for Angie also.
Yes, I would too. I think that's good.
Let's start the campaign.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, no, because I don't want her to have to move to Washington, D.C., because then we won't see her very often.
As we know, you can float between Washington and Florida quite often on taxpayer money. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Okay. And Cheryl says, yes, we want to hear it.
All right. Here we go.
It's a light, Angie.
Huh?
She said, what is the glowing from Shanae's eyes and mouth behind you? So I told her there's a light behind it.
Don't lie to her. It's Satan.
Oh, it's Satan.
Satan has possessed her.
And it's any different than
Oh, I don't know if I want to move to Washington, D.C., Angie.
I like Washington, D.C. I really do. The streets are laid out very weird. You can get lost in that labyrinth there. But just the history behind it, it gives you goosebumps every time you go there. It's a beautiful place, a wonderful place. In the summer, the winter, the snow, the leaves falling, whatever, anytime you go. But to live there, not really sure that I'd want to live there. All right. Same with New York City. Love going to New York City. Wouldn't want to live there.
Angie said, that's what I was thinking, and I was afraid that it was Satan. And Catherine says she's rabid, foaming from the mouth.
All right, people. I'm going to go ahead and play this. This is a message to Shanae in the form of a song.
Oh, gosh.
Every toe you take, every lie you make, every dream you break, every dollar you snake, I'll be watching you. Every single day, every law you break, every song you play, every night and day, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? Your soul belongs to me. You You fat bitch Shanae, watch what you say. Every move you make, every rule you break, every good deed you fake, every false claim you make, I'll be watching you. Please come on, just leave town without a trace. In your dreams, I hope you see my face. In this town, it's you we will replace. Holy shit, look at her feed, her face. I hear her cry and get me donuts, please. Can't you see, your soul belongs to me. Your air track breaks with every step you take. Every dance you make, every promise you break, every good deed you fake. You are God's mistake, and I'll be watching you. Every kid's heart you break, every family you separate, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you. Don't think for 1 minute I won't. I'll watch you night and day for the rest of my days, till my last breath. If you so much as fart on another child in harm, I'll see to it that you never get within 100 yards of another child ever again. I'm not playing. Stop your shit. Stop the abuse. Do the right thing. Close your studio. Leave with some dignity and respect. And while I'm at it, fuck your mom with her big, hairy, sweaty, nasty ass, smelly balls. Fuck your little fat, ball-headed, short, midget father, chicken shit that he is, honking horns and shit, driving away. And fuck you, fuck all of you, even your followers and fans at the studio. Fuck you all. Kiss my ass.
Cheryl says, love it.
Muchas gracias.
And Angie says, so I'm curious who has solos that are done.
I don't know. I don't have any names. Do I?
I don't think you should say names.
I don't know names.
No.
I don't know names. I can find out and text you, Angie. That's some crazy shit, though, right, Angie? Only 4 done? I mean, hell, I think it's an improvement, though, from years past.
Chris says, don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel. Damn, LOL. Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah.
Right, Angie. She said, I'm sure we know who they are.
Yeah. Yeah, I lost all my give a fucks. I'm completely out of fucks to give. So, you know, when these people have done all this stuff to everybody that they've done it to over these years, and they thought that they were just going to do it to me and my family too, I bet you they had no idea the amount of craziness up here, right? They had no idea. Now you mix somebody that is just completely crazy, batshit crazy, but also has no give a fucks, doesn't care what anybody thinks of him, has no shame, no embarrassment. Oh my God. I bet you they regret the day they ever talked to me. And I hope they do. Because I'm not going to stop. I'm never going to stop. I appear to be getting a telegram.
my grandfather was a communication expert with the Navy, the U.S. Navy, and he did Morse code on the ship, and he would sit around the house and going, and that's kind of what Tracy's doing here with her pen. Okay, I'll do that. But what is this one? Oh, I got you. All right. We can do that in a second here. So let's just mark these things off as we go here. Orlando waitress. Oh, the concussion. So I actually have it on very good authority here that the way Shanae obtained her severe concussion this week was food related. Right? So one person is telling me that she actually ran into the glass door at Donut King in a desperate attempt to beat someone else in there, hoping that she could snatch up the last of the donuts. But another person told me, and again, it's food related, so we might just have a little bit of cross wire here, but apparently there was a buy one, get one free situation, a BOGO, if you will, at the Golden Corral. And so while attempting to load up both of her plates and not lose anything, she attempted to grab food from the tray with her mouth, and leaned in and hit the glass. Done deal. Out cold. Fat bitch on the ground. Ding ding ding.
And she said, "Shut up, Bob." Making her laugh, and I have to go to.
Oh shit! All right, we're done with the concussion. Only 4 solos. There were some other things I was going to hit, but I think we got a little bit too deep, way deeper than I wanted to get with the whole political thing. So we're going to hold off on this whole entire section until our political roundtable. But you know what? At first I wasn't too sure about it, but now I'm thinking, hell, you know what? Again, I'm gonna practice what I preach, and what I preach is equality. What I preach is the right to give your opinion and to hold your opinion in a good, healthy debate that doesn't get violent, loud, or aggressive. And we're gonna do that, right?
Insulting.
Yeah. So, I guess with all that being said, people, we're gonna call this one an episode, are we not?
You didn't do.
Oh shit! Listen too. Oh, don't forget, if you're gonna get your hair did, go see my friends over here at Champions Barbershop. Tell them Troy with the Troy Show and Green Swamp Mafia sent you. Really do appreciate that. Also too, check out Dylan Swan thrift shop in Groveland. It's Swan Sales and Services, right located in the same building as the old feed store. If you're a native to Claremont, you're going to know what I'm talking about. It's right there in downtown, right across from Firebase Tactical. Swing in and say hi to Matt at Firebase Tactical. Tell him Troy with the Green Swamp Mafia and the Troy Show sent you. Also, too, people, please go to YouTube, and you're going to look for the Troy Show. Now, there's 2 of them on there. The Mendenses set up one and stole some of my material and started their own. I don't give a fuck about that one.
There's actually one from Ohio too, but
oh yeah, there's actually one from Ohio, but that's not me, obviously. So look for the set. You'll see the set on some of the thumbnails. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps us out. And watch all of the parody clips. Tracy spent hours and hours and hours the other day. I mean, from when she got up until when she went to bed. Until she went to bed, doing this, taking the parody clips out and putting them in smaller clips on YouTube, and go check it out. I mean, it's a good way to go back and watch those parodies without having to listen to the rest of my dumb shit, right? So yeah, please do that.
They can also watch your dumb shit.
Huh?
they can also watch your dumb
You
shit.
can. You can watch my whole dumb shit, because my whole dumb shit's on
All
there.
17 episodes.
Yeah, holy shit. Can you believe that?
Well, there's actually more, because the fireside is there, and the special episode.
Where that
after
angry
the
dance
drive
mom
hunt.
hopped at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Angie. The biggest fan. Funny. Thought you were my friend. Apparently, she's more your friend than my friend.
Yeah.
You're funnier.
We formed an alliance. Yeah, so check out the Troy Show on YouTube and all of that. People, be safe this week coming up. Pay attention. I preach situational awareness to my children and my family and my friends all the time. If you don't know what situational awareness is, basically it just means going above and beyond to pay attention to your environment, your surroundings, anything out of the norm, any person acting weird or strange or coming up on you. You don't have to be a concealed carry holder. You can simply be a loud vocal person that says stop, get away, whatever you need to do. Pay close attention. There's a lot of hate, a lot of division in this country right now, and Claremont, Florida, and the rest of the country is not exempt from that. From Little Venus, Texas, all the way up to the Big Apple. Pay attention. Watch out. Be careful. Look out for each other and everyone else. Don't be a tattletale narc about something that's completely irrelevant. But also, too, if you see something important, say something, because it probably is important. And say a prayer for our law enforcement. Say a prayer for our law enforcement. They need it. And don't just say a prayer. When you see a police officer, stop and give him 5 seconds of your time to say, hello, officer, hello, deputy, whatever. Thank you for your job. Thank you for what you're doing. We appreciate you, and stay safe out there. We got your six. Right? Just saying those things to them will make them feel appreciated. Not that they need it, not that they need the accolades or the reckoning, but it helps. Let's face it, it all helps. If you're a teacher and a parent drops off, says, thank you for doing a good job teaching my kid. Don't you appreciate it? Well, the cops, the police officers, the sheriff's deputies, the county constables, the marshals, they all appreciate it too. So does the military. So if you happen to be in D.C. or any of our great capitals, from Austin to Tallahassee, and you see one of our reserve soldiers, wave, smile, let them know that they're appreciated. Right? And say a prayer for all of them. Say a prayer for each and every one of us. And so, with that said, anything else?
Nope.
No. All right, people. So again, just like always, I want to tell you that I love you. I'll always love you. I'll always be here for you. If I could do anything for you, I promise you I will, to the best of my abilities. I'll be here for you next Friday night. All right? Stay safe, especially on the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st of this month, and the days after. Again, I will see you. Until I see you next time, don't forget to make time for the bad guy. I love you.
In the morning, like my mother says, when you're gonna live your life right. Oh, mama, dear, we're not the fortunate ones, and girls that wanna have fun. Whoa, girls just wanna
Cheryl, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. Thank you for giving us your opinion and your and voicing everything. We love you, Cheryl. Thank you. Angie, same to you guys. We love you. Thank you for watching. Marilyn, thank you very much. We love you. Have a great night. Chris King, thank you very much, brother. We love you. Have a good night. Mom, I love you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being there for me all the time, even if it's just to listen to me rant and ramble. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate you. I love you. I always will. Thank you, Richard, for being a part of my mom's family. Catherine, thank you very much. We love you.
Gene, brother, thank you so much for everything. Love you, brother. All right, guys, if I missed anyone, please know this. I love you. Thank you very much.